6:14 here on Breakfast Television. We say good morning to Kris McCusker this morning for the latest in business news. Mike Eppel is off for the March break. So, Kris, it's you and I filling in on either side. Welcome, welcome. Good morning.
Yes, thank you. Happy Monday to you.
Yes, happy Monday to you. Monday after daylight saving time. So, so that gives us an extra little nugget there to deal with. But the markets, we're going to Bay Street now, really doing well considering all that's going on.
Yeah, it's true. Considering all that's going on, Tammy, and considering how the U.S. is doing by comparison. So Canada's stock market will start the day as the best performer in North America. Now it's only up by about 1%, but the Nasdaq's down by about 17%, just to give you some perspective here. It looks like Bay Street could be weighed down a little bit, at least by commodities in the early going. I'm going to circle back on oil in a minute. As far as Bay Street goes, it's also coming off a winning week last week. Now, we are going to get inflation data in Canada on Wednesday. The last print showed it was at about 5%, likely to go up to 5.5%. And that's why the Bank of Canada, at least in part, raised interest rates about 2 weeks ago. As far as the U.S. goes, we are going to get an interest rate announcement stateside on Wednesday. Rates very likely going up there. It will be the first hike in the U.S. since 2018, again, as the central bank stateside works to combat higher inflation. Now, speaking of higher inflation, we do have the price for oil this morning, down by about 5%. We know oil prices have been somewhat volatile the last couple of weeks amid this ongoing war in Ukraine, although we are hearing that diplomatic efforts continue on a number of fronts to end that war. So the price for oil down by about 5% in the early going today. We'll see if that holds, Tammy. Oil coming off a loss last week of about 8%.
All right, we'll see if that holds, like you said, and if that affects gas prices as well that have been skyrocketing. Moving on to another business that's been hard hit by the pandemic, of course, gyms. Good Life announcing last week that they had to let go of hundreds of employees, but the way it was done, oh boy.
I know. Yeah, there was a mass email that went out to the employees, about 480 of them, and the thing that I think maybe sort of made this a little more harsh, perhaps, is the fact that the email didn't go out at the same time. So some employees heard that colleagues had been let go and were sort of left waiting to find out their fate. And this, some employees saying this was, not very personal and kind of harsh. Although, as mentioned, all things considered, the gym industry has been hit very hard by the pandemic. The chain, Good Life, did access $310 million in federal loans probably about a year ago, a little more than a year ago, and some employees did receive severance and some did not. The ones that did not were deemed as leaving voluntarily. We're hearing that the people let go were group fitness instructors. They were in part-time or occasional roles, and they taught less than 2 times a week. So not surprising, but unfortunate nonetheless.
All right. We're almost out of time, Kris, but quickly, Spotify customers, it looks like they're losing some subscribers.
Yeah, 1.5 million paid subscribers. And the chain, the company says that it's not because of Joe Rogan. You might remember Joe Rogan creating a bit of a controversy. He's been accused of spreading COVID misinformation, so several musicians pulled their music in protest. That was a move started by Canada's Neil Young. Spotify stood by Rogan. The company now says a decision to suspend its premium service in Russia because of the invasion of Ukraine actually is having more of an impact here. Spotify was trending towards 8 million total users, 3 million of them paid subscribers. Shares in Spotify down by about 46% year to date. So the Joe Rogan effect, at least according to the company, not so much.
All right. Thanks very much, Kris. Really appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, have a good day.